Another week, another win. Guys, welcome back to the Ballin in Burgundy podcast. Yeah, myself, Chris, Andrew, Justin's out working like usual, so prayers out, shout out to him. But fellas, how are we feeling after another W?
I'm
Feeling
feeling
great. That was a big
good.
win, bigger than I think any of us really anticipated, even though we expected a win. But I
I
mean,
do.
without Jayden, that was a dominant performance. So
Amen.
feeling great.
Amen. Without your starting tackle, without your starting quarterback, without your starting D tackle, and your backup D and your backup DN, we make things work before we get into any of that, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe here on YouTube, here on the channel. We're on the road to 500 subscribers, so one click, hit that subscribe button, and you help us out here tremendously. It's absolutely free and takes 2 seconds out of your time. Instagram and TikTok at Ballin Burgundy Podcast, Twitter at BIB Podcast 22, because Twitter hates long usernames, and I will not pay for Twitter or X Plus. I don't care if it's $15 a month. I ain't paying it for us. Sorry about it. But let's get into this 40-7. Mind you, it was like 17-0 first quarter. Dante Fowler pick six on the Panthers' first drive. Chef's
It
kiss.
was over right then and there.
Man,
Great way to start the game off. Set the momentum.
set the tone, set the momentum. And then what happened? So we get the ball back. Jayden goes for 47 yards and stiff arms a guy. Gets a little injured. Gets us down to the goal line. He doesn't quite run it in because something up with his rib, so they kick the field goal. Jayden's out the rest of the game with a left rib injury. All right, so Mariota comes in, doesn't go so hard on the first drive. You know what happens? But then Mariota decides to turn into Heisman Trophy winner. First or second overall pick, Marcus Mariota, goes 18 of 23, 205 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 to Zach Ertz in the second quarter, which was, I don't want to say crunch time or like pity points, but that like 1 minute drive where we took like one timeout, it was like 25-yard throw, 10-yard throw, 5-yard throw, touchdown throw. I was like, where was this like last week with Jayden? And then shout out to Ben Sinnen, second overall pick, number 253, gets his first career touchdown from Marcus Mariota I don't want to say seal the game because it was like 30-0 at that rate.
It was pretty much sealed up.
Yeah. And we gave him a Chuba Hubbard touchdown towards the end of the game and like, here you go. But Chris, I'm gonna start on defense.
Shut up. I know where you're going.
Hold on. We had a few sacks. Frankie Louvu had a sack. Dante Fowler had a sack and a pass deflection and a touchdown with the interception. So Dante Fowler, I think, is the defensive MVP of today. I don't know about y'all, but I think he's the defensive MVP of the day.
Yeah. That's not where I thought
I
you
agree.
was going. I thought you was going with
Oh,
you know a certain no.
oh,
I'm not
him.
saying no. Shut up.
Nah,
Look,
I mean, we gotta talk about it though. It
look.
led to another scoring drive.
Look, I'm going to explain it, and I want you to put that video of the interception on this video. I want you to, because I'm going to explain it to you, okay? The man basically ran the route for the receiver, okay? That ball was thrown to him, okay? The ball was thrown to him. He did not get a crazy pick, okay? Yes, he got one pick, but like, bro, he still hasn't done shit. All right.
Hey,
But look,
to be fair though,
congratulations. You finally did something, Emmanuel Forbes. Now you need to build off of it. Otherwise, if you don't, you're gone.
to be fair, when a corner plays the route for the receiver and gets the play, you can't say it wasn't a worthwhile play.
I didn't say that.
Was kind of lucky the ball landed right in his arms.
It was. I'm not gonna say
Kinda
it was
did.
like it kind of. I'm not gonna say it's like the greatest thing, but none of us were like. If you had said, "Oh, Maynard Forks is a pig," I've been like, "Huh? Who? Forbes? No way."
At least he got one though.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
But
I mean,
look, Our defense stepped up today. Our boys stepped up today. It looked honestly, the defensive line looked a lot better without Allen.
And I mean,
I can't say you're wrong.
yeah.
Then again, we played the shitty ass Panthers.
Also true.
It's true.
Oh yeah.
And now we got the Chicago Bears coming in here next weekend at 4:25 on CBS. We're wearing them dumbass black uniforms. Oh boy.
He really, I mean, but to be fair, it wasn't just the game that was good. So Jayden was out with the rib injury, and then Brandon Coleman, like I preluded to earlier, was out with a concussion following halftime. So prayers out to him.
Yep.
Concussion can take a player out for a game. It can take you out for a few games, a la Tua. But I have no doubt he'll recover. But the Darrell Green retirement, they had signage everywhere. They had a big 2-8 for people taking. I wasn't there, but I was seeing photos on Twitter. But it looked incredible. And Darrell Green is now the 5th player in Washington history to have his number retired, including he joins the list of quarterback Sammy Baugh, Bobby Mitchell, quarterback Sonny Jurgensen, the late great Sean Taylor, and now Darrell Green. Not a bad day.
I think it's a great thing for the new ownership, new organization to do. I feel like something that needed to happen, absolutely well deserved. And yeah, just props to the owners for making sure that happens. So glad they got to that.
Yeah, I mean, Chris, you and I talked about it last episode, but well deserved, well earned, and then just seeing the photos, during practice, after practice. I mean, Quinn said they had about 50 or so alumni who attended their practice on Saturday. When was the last time any of us had heard in the past few years? Hey, 50 alumni, 20 alumni, even just 5 alumni come into a practice.
That's crazy. That's the sign of a big shift for our team. That shows things are changing. So good to hear.
Yeah, and for the better too. I think we all can agree on that.
100%.
Oh, yeah.
Agreed. So with the score of 40-7, the Commander, we now lead the NFL in scored points. We sit now with 218. No team has outscored opponents more than Washington. We've outscored opponents by 66 points.
Wow. That's crazy. We've been leading that for like 3 weeks, 4 weeks, right?
Yeah.
I think last week we were tied for first with like 1 or 2 other teams.
Yeah. It was like us and Buffalo, I think, were tied after last week.
Something like that, yeah. But I mean, 40 points, that'll seal the deal right there. So props to the offense.
Yep. So we now, with the Eagles' dominant win today, yesterday when you guys see this, the 28-3 win against the Giants, and good Lord, the Giants are I think the Giants.
Look.
And then we play them again?
Yeah.
Yeah. But the Giants and the Browns, I think, are the 2 worst teams in the NFL right now.
Hold on. Did you forget about
I put the Panthers right up there.
And New England?
Patriots are up there too.
I would much rather be a Patriots or a Panthers fan than a Giants and a Browns fan.
Really? Interesting.
The Browns have now Deshaun Watson tore his ACL today, so you no longer have a predator in your locker rooms like he's Bill Cosby. But you're gonna move on from Myles Garrett. You're gonna move on. You just moved on from Amari Cooper, who scored a touchdown in Buffalo today. You're gonna move on from Greg Newsome. You're gonna probably move on from Nick Chubb at the end of the season. There is no hope for this team unless your name is Cam Ward or Shadur Sanders. The Giants paid Danny Dimes $140 million and are probably drafting quarterback in the draft. Cam Ward, Shadur Sanders, Garrett Nussenmeyer, Carson Beck, Jalen Milrow. Panthers, granted, Bryce Young has not looked that hot, but at least Andy Dalton isn't looking like complete and utter dog water like a Danny Dimes or a Deshaun Watson. You'd at least say Andy Dalton's a top 25 QB.
He's not their long-term solution, though.
No, definitely not. But neither is Dimes or.
They need to move on from him as soon as next season, honestly.
Yeah.
He's not someone that should be sticking around.
No. And Patriots have hope. Christian Gonzalez on the defense. Drake May on the offense. Ramondre Stevenson on the offense. Jalen Polk and Pop Douglas on the offense. They've got pieces. They just got to put them together. So that's all. I would much rather take those two right now than the Giants or the Browns. But back to us. The Giants now sit at 2-5. The Cowboys, who are on their bye week and somehow still got blown out, 3-3. The Eagles, with their win, sit at 4-2, and we currently sit the Kings of the East at 5-2. Where's my crown, Chris?
He's got a crown for this.
I got a crown. I'm gonna put the crown here. I'm gonna put the crown right here on the microphone. I came prepared. Chris, how are you feeling at 5-2?
Life is good. 5-2. Look, still a lot of the season to go. Got to keep playing ball like we've been playing. If we do that, we will end up where we want to come January. We just need to keep playing hard. We have to take it one play at a time, one game at a time, one down, one drive. And if we do that, we'll end up where we want to come January.
You're not wrong. Andrew, how are you feeling being 5-2 going into week 8?
Man, I'm feeling like we actually could win the division. I haven't felt like that in a long time. So, I mean, to actually be in first place, holding that and playing like a first place team in the division, we're playing better football than the Eagles and Cowboys right now. I mean, if we keep it up, it's looking really good for us. So we haven't had this in a long time, but we gotta keep the momentum. Eagles are looking like a good team. They crushed the Giants today.
Yeah,
their offense was looking good. Their defense was looking great, which it hasn't, previous weeks. I feel like they're our main competitors right now. Cowboys will probably pick it up sooner rather than later. But it's a three-way race, but we're in the lead right now. We just got to keep it up.
Yeah. This game, and I can't remember the last time we were 5-2 going to week 8.
Long time. I should look that up really quick.
Go ahead and look that up and send that to me. Chris, I don't know if you being the historian you are, it's so young. I can't remember the last time we were 5-2.
5-2. That would be the Alex Smith.
Was that 20?
I don't think we were 5-2 then.
No, 2018. Right before we played Atlanta.
I gotcha.
It wasn't necessarily going into week 8. I think it was like week 9 or something like that. But that was the last time we were 5-2.
I gotcha. I mean, again, it's against the Panthers, but it's any given Sunday. Any team can win. Any team cannot win. But we came to play. I'm gonna read y'all some statistics. Ready?
Yeah.
The Panthers had a total of 180 yards of offense. Total. Net yards, 180. 6 penalties for 59 yards. 24 minutes, 55 seconds of time of possession. You want to know what we had? 420 421 total net yards. 207 through the air between Mariota and Jayden. 214 on the ground.
Wow. That's crazy.
Balanced. Granted, we had 8 penalties for 55 yards, so not the greatest either. But we had 35 minutes and 5 seconds of time of possession.
It's good stuff.
It's great stuff. I mean, here's a funny thing. So I think going into halftime, before Mariota really got like the ball rolling, throwing, and passing, we had like -2 passing yards.
Really?
I don't know if y'all remember seeing that quick thing they threw up. We had like -2 pass. Yeah, we had like -2 passing yards for a quick minute. And I was
That's
like,
crazy.
How? But we come out with 207 total. So I ain't complaining.
Yeah. Mariota, his numbers weren't bad by the end of the game. He was solid, but there was definitely some times where he missed throws pretty badly. And he did not look like a starter. I know that he didn't have any interceptions, luckily. His completion percentage wasn't awful. He got yards, but at the end of the day, I'm not super excited about him. So I'm really hoping we can see Jayden back next week against Caleb for that matchup. But also, we can't be rushing him. We need to make sure he's healthy. If he's not ready, don't play him.
Correct.
Don't rush it.
He'll be fine. He will be fine. He will be ready. Trust me. You seen that? You seen that smile? His mom said he's fine.
Yeah.
I believe in our medical staff. I believe if Jayden. I believe in Coach Quinn. Trust me. I think he will be good to go come next Sunday against the Bears.
Yeah.
He was back out there smiling, talking with fans on the sideline after I think it was after halftime.
After halftime, right? Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean he was in good spirits. He was looking good. So I'm pretty optimistic about it.
Yeah. I mean, Justin kind of put it out in our group chat that if it was anything severe, he probably would have went to the closest hospital, or they would have, got him into the surgery room right there on the field. But no, he was out.
Ribs or something. Yeah.
Exactly. But I think they probably bruised, maybe just tweaked it real good just to get him out. But I think we can agree. Very smart, very keen for Q and Cliff to say, no. You looked bad. Not performance-wise, you got hurt and you're not looking hot.
Yeah.
You're not coming back in. Because your Buffaloes, your Tuas, us in the past would say, sit out till halftime and then come back to me, and then they'll be back on the field. Like, no. They said, Jayden, we're up 27-0 at halftime. We good.
Game was pretty much sealed. So as long as we were able to keep running the ball, run out the clock, get a few more points on the board, we were in good shape. So we didn't have that need today.
No. We could have gone scoreless the first half and still won 13-7.
Wow. That's crazy.
we could have just scored in the first quarter, not scored any other points, and still won 10-7.
You mean 17-7?
No, we had 10 in the first quarter. My apologies. I said 17 earlier. We had 10. We had 17 in the second quarter.
Yeah. True.
Yeah, so we could have, at any point, we could have said, we ain't going to score, and would have won the game no matter what. Like, we were dominant against Cleveland. We were dominant against Arizona. I don't remember us being up 37-0 and still passing the ball. Or still, I'm convinced the fourth quarter was just a stat pad. Like, this was Madden.
Yeah.
I really need these game day goals. Let me just throw and throw and throw. Oh, Hold on. B-Rob gets you a touch. McNichols gets you a touch. Eckler gets you a touch. Like, we played all three running backs.
That's crazy.
B-Rob went for 71. Jim McNichols went for 42. Eckler went for 17, but he was still, used sparingly compared to the rest. But like McLaurin had 98 yards. Ertz had 40. Zacchaeus had 25. Zacchaeus, I think he had a drop, and I think Diami had a drop.
Yeah.
Which
I remember Diami's drop.
I remember
also wasn't the greatest throw, but it was definitely like catchable.
Yeah. So I think a true, like, Andrew, you and I kind of touched on it a few episodes ago. Chris, you and I touched on the last episode following the Devontae Adams and the Amari Cooper trades. Are we 100% positive we need a number 2, or do you think we can still work with Zacchaeus, Brown, McCaffrey? Andrew, I'll start with you on this one.
When we're scoring in the 30s and 40s every game, it's not a priority. All right? I'm just saying it. Not that complicated. We're a good offense without a number 2 receiver. We have Terry and we have Ertz. That's all we really need. Anyone else, I'm cool with right now. We need a cornerback, okay? And if we get a cornerback, that's going to make our team a lot better compared to if we target a receiver first.
Fair. Chris, are you 100% certain we need a number 2?
Nah. We good.
We good?
Yes.
Who?
I'm just very tired, okay?
I mean, yeah.
3.5 hours of sleep.
I mean, yeah, I'm going to get you out of here soon. Don't worry.
Oh, no. You guys are good. Don't worry, bro.
Putting Chris on overtime.
Yeah, right. And I don't pay all either.
Damn, Jonathan, what the hell, bro?
Hey, I won't get paid either. I'll give you the 0 cents I got too from YouTube. I don't think we have a number 2. I think it's Terry and gang. I think it's Terry and company.
Mm-hmm.
But Mariota loved his tight ends today. Unlike a Diddy party. Like Zach went 4 for 40 in the touchdown. Sennett had 2 receptions for 6, but a touchdown. So the scoring offensively, at least, was through them. B-Rob had a touchdown, and then the pick 6 from Dante Fowler. And then Austin Seibert came out here and put out 4 for 4 on field goals, longest from 49. So he outscored the Panthers by himself.
Big
Seibert could have just kicked 3 field goals today, and we would win. We good.
That's
we
crazy.
Done. Like,
touching back on my response from earlier. Don't take it as in I don't want a number 2 receiver, because I do. I would love it if we could get Gabe Davis, Deontay Johnson, somebody for cheap on a short-term deal. I'm all for it. But I feel like if we're going to target some bigger players and put some money into it, put some picks into it, it needs to be quarterback. But I am not at all opposed to a number 2 receiver.
Fair. Very, very fair. Again, we're gonna wrap things up so we can let Chris get some sleep, and I'm sure we all need some sleep.
Looks like he's falling asleep over there.
He is falling asleep over there. But I don't want to say we're surprised we won. I just didn't think we'd win in this fashion. Being up 30-0, 37-0, 37-7, or 34-7, 34-7-7, 40-7. Like, I expected them to put up a little bit more. Maybe get to 10. Maybe get to 14. Maybe get to 17. But no. We said, nah. Won't score you by 31 today. Like,
I don't mind.
With a backup QB, with Jayden being not on the field, with Jonathan Allen being injured and out, Shavonte Jean-Baptiste out, and Dorrance Armstrong out. We still said, all right,
Coleman.
defense, Brandon Coleman being out a little bit. So 4 starters and rotation in JJB. We said, we're gonna put up 40 on y'all today. Like diabolical. Like you would have thought this was Madden. We just went score. We only punted once, by the way.
Or Tress.
We punted once, dude. Tress Way. Like we love, one punt for 40 yards. We love Tress. Okay, Tress has worn 5 beautifully all these years, and he's been probably the most consistent player in the last decade for us.
Yeah,
He's been our best player.
He punted once today. I think he's punted 12 times the entire season.
Yeah.
Wow.
No, he cool like that.
He is averaging bro. Chris is about to die. I think he's
Especially
averaging
sober.
I am very sober.
He's just very tired.
Take your word for it.
Tired. I do not drink. Okay.
Good man. I think he's averaging like a punt and a half a game.
A punt and a half. That is that. Damn.
If that. So
if that. Damn.
Love it.
I'm not complaining when we're scoring on like what was the score? We're scoring on like 70% of our drives, like leading the NFL right now. I forget the graphic they put up, but I'll throw it up on the edit.
It's definitely leading the NFL.
Oh, easily. I think it's 70% we're scoring on our drives.
Mm-hmm.
But not complaining. 40-7. We're gonna wrap things up, guys. 40-7 against Carolina at home with a retirement for Darrell Green. We are now 3-0 at home, 5-2 overall, and I am just excited. I am ready for the Bears the Bears, because we're gonna play. We're gonna foreshadow this later in the week. But Caleb Williams, number 1 overall pick. Montez Sweat, former Washington player. Jalen Johnson, one of the best corners in the league. DJ Moore, who sexed us up last year.
Hey, shut up. We don't need that.
Not wrong.
I mean, I'm wrong.
Not wrong.
We'll preview that later on. But any closing remarks y'all want to have after this victory Monday?
It's looking like a high-level playoff team right now. Keep it up.
HTTC, baby.
Hey, y'all know what that means. But we're going to wrap things up, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe here on the channel. The road to 500 subscribers continues until we get there. And then it's the road to 1,000, so on and so forth. But like and subscribe, hit that notification bell every time that we upload. Instagram and TikTok at Ballin Burgundy Podcast. Twitter at BIB Podcast 22, because Twitter hates long usernames. I'm going to enjoy this Victory Monday. Y'all are going to enjoy this Victory Monday. And we're going to go into the week enjoying a little bit of the brewskis for Celebration Monday. We're going to look forward to previewing the Bears at Commanders 425 game next week. But until then, raise hail, and don't forget to stay ballin'. We'll see y'all out there.